Good morning and welcome to Mayor's Weekly. We're pleased to have you with us. And here's the month of October winds down and the cooler weather's on the way. I look forward to that. And we turn our attentions to Thanksgiving, always a special time of year. This morning joining me is Caitlin Schultz, who is our special events coordinator. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that lined up as we move through the remainder of 2021. One of the things that's happening, and it's a really good thing, is our city is gaining significant notoriety across the state about the redevelopment of our downtown. Just this week, the mayor of Russellville, other members of their city government, and business leaders came to Jasper for the better part of a day to take a look at what we're doing, how we're doing it. Did a walking tour of downtown. It was the most enjoyable time, and what we heard from those folks is about the reputation that our city is gaining through our revitalization of downtown Jasper. Why do you do the revitalization? Of course, we could spend far and away more time than we have this morning talking about that. But what we're seeing, and Caitlin, I'm going to ask Caitlin to talk a little bit about that in just a minute, that we're seeing more and more activities in our downtown area, and that's a desired result. Wouldn't you agree, Caitlin?
Yeah.
And Caitlin, you have been doing the special events now. Has it been a year yet?
It has not been a year. It's probably been about 6 months, 7 months.
Okay. There has to be some organization about this. When you have special events, there are always specific needs that have to be coordinated through Caitlin. She coordinates with police and fire and the street department and that sort of thing. You can't just hand somebody a permit and say, go do it, because that would be a recipe for disaster, wouldn't it?
Yes.
But Caitlin, I know just this weekend we had our local churches had an event under the heading Fall Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Churches do a great job of that. It's an event for our young people to attend. And how many church sponsors do we have? Do you recall right offhand?
I can't recall offhand, but I know there was at least 10 or more.
Yeah, and great attendance,
Mm-hmm.
and the churches do a good job of arranging and providing activities for our young folks, and always a big proponent of doing things for our young folks. You can't go wrong doing that. But Caitlin, we get this time of year, and like I said, we're seeing special events number ratchet up. Just a few weeks ago, we had the huge car show that we have downtown every year in October, well attended, and so where we're at today, share with the folks some of the things that we have coming up, and there are quite a few of them, aren't there?
Yep. We've got Art in the Park this Saturday.
And now that'll happen up at Gamble Park, won't it?
Gamble Park is from 9 to 3. And that's something they do every year. This is the 17th year that they've done it. And they just have tons of artists that come and display their art, and it's a good fundraiser, and it's a good charity event.
Now, the fundraiser, that supports the Walker County Arts Alliance, is that right?
Yes.
And those folks have done a good job in their area of interest, haven't they?
Yes,
Been
yes.
time.
And
Very good.
A lot of planning goes into that. I met with the coordinator of Art in the Park the other day at Gamble, and we walked through everything, and there's a lot of coordination that goes into what they do just for that one day.
Okay. What else we have here?
Then the next thing we have coming up is the Veterans Day Parade.
Okay. And we had to miss that last year due to COVID, and I was disappointed about that, but nobody could change that. But that's always a special event, very special to me. And tell us about that, Caitlin.
That's going to be on November the 6th, Saturday, November the 6th. And it's just gonna run all the way down 19th Street from the old Jasper High School parking lot. And it's a really good event. They're gonna have a flyover. and they're going to have some music going and all kinds of good stuff like that for that event. So I'm really excited about that one.
Good.
And then after that, we've got a hayride. Hope House Church is doing a hayride on Sunday the 7th, which is the day after the Veterans Day Parade. They actually did a hayride during the Fall Festival over the weekend, and so they're going to do another one this time. And they had a good turnout they had a lot of kids riding on it, and it'll span several streets, and so we're really looking forward to that too.
So what Hope House Church will do is they'll have wagon trailer or something set up for a hayride, and will they be based down on the square?
They're gonna go 10th Avenue to 6th Street, and then do 15th Street, 14th Avenue, Russellville Road. They're gonna cover a lot of area with that hayride.
Okay, so if people that were coming to that, they need to congregate at the square, or do you know, that would be something good for people to know?
I think that they need to congregate more towards 10th Avenue, where
Now,
Hope
let's
House
talk
Church
about 10th
is.
Avenue. Is that over where Hope House Church is at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hope House Church, 10th Avenue, Elliott Boulevard, right there. That's where, and this is for young people, and we just going, okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well,
Yeah.
I just want folks to congregate at the square, which certainly they can do, expecting to have a hayride and it not be there. So they really need to go to Hope House Church
Yes.
to participate.
Yes.
All right. Good.
And then after that, we've got the Christmas parade.
Okay.
That's the next thing we've got coming up. That's going to be on December the 7th. I know that's a massive event that the chamber does. And we're really looking forward to that too. I think that's going to be really good. And it's going to go down 19th Street, and then it's going to go up 6th, and then back to 18th, and go back to Jasper's High School old parking lot.
Okay. All right. Now, what about the Festival of Lights?
Festival of Lights, that's going to start November 26th.
Well, now, with the Festival of Lights will be before the Christmas parade, won't it? Okay. All right.
Yes, yes.
I was thinking about the sequence of it. I didn't mean to get ahead of you.
No, it is. I just had it in the back of my stack because it goes until the end of December.
Okay.
And so that will be November the 26th is when they're going to do the tree lighting.
That's the Friday evening after Thanksgiving, always, and right at nightfall, the lights will turn on. And last year, there were real limitations because of COVID. It had no sort of assembly or whatever. People could walk downtown if they wanted to. Didn't have any speakers, that sort of thing. I think we're back to normal there, aren't we?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And so they'll have their normal ceremony that they do normally every year for that, and officially light the trees. And so that'll go from November 26th through the end of December. And then we've also got a guy that has applied for a permit to do free Santa photos on the square.
Okay.
After they put the trees up and after they get lit and everything, he's going to go out there and do free Santa pictures for kids that want to come out there and families who want to bring their kids out there.
Does that kind of wound us up for the year?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Caitlin, after that, of course, we move into the colder part of our year and whatever, so we see activities taper off, and then you see things begin to pick up probably in late winter, early spring, won't you? Probably
Yeah.
have a lull
Yeah.
because of the winter.
And normally and I think a lot of 5Ks and 10Ks and things like that start happening as the cold weather phases out and it gets into springtime.
As you listen to what Caitlin has shared with us, a lot of opportunities to come downtown Jasper. I don't think you touched on anything that cost anybody any money. I mean, the Festival of Lights don't cost you a penny.
Nope.
At
Even down
Veterans
to the
Day
free Santa
parade, the
photos.
Christmas parade, that's well attended, and it's really kind of gets everybody in the Christmas spirit. And I know some floats are already under construction. I know we, as a city, we always participate, and I know our floats are already under construction. We've talked about the theme of that, and I'm excited about rolling that out. So lots of activities in downtown Jasper. That's what we want for our city. And now, Caitlin, as we wrap up here, a person, a group of folks, or whatever. Let me touch on what another thing is. Glory Fellowship Baptist Church always has a free Thanksgiving lunch on Thanksgiving Day. That'll be held at the Civic Center, and I don't know the times of that, but people that might not have a Thanksgiving lunch or whatever, that's a real opportunity there. And again, that's hosted and paid for by Glory Fellowship Baptist Church, so you could check into that if you have an interest there. But Caitlin, as we wrap up this morning, like I said, a person, a group of folks thinking about doing something, how they need to go about that?
They need to submit a permit application, which you can find on our website, and they just need to fill that out, and there's a $25 application fee. So once they get that paid and filled out, we submit it over to the police department and the fire department and let them look at it first and make sure they don't have any issues with any blockages or anything that somebody might need. And then once they approve it, we present it to the council, and then once it gets council approval, then it's good to go. But they have to fill out the application, pay the $25 fee, and then we have to go through the process of getting it approved.
One thing I would say, the $25 fee, by and large, that's it in every case, is it not? Now, we've had a few situations, and nothing wrong with this, where folks had special needs, needed police officers to stay for extended periods of time and that sort of thing. There are limitations of what the city can do, but if a group were to need such, then we can talk about how the city can be reimbursed for that additional cost and make it work. Is that right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. Well, Caitlin, I appreciate the good job you're doing for us, and again, it excites me to see all this activity in downtown Jasper, and hope that you'll find time to come out and participate in some of all that we've talked about this morning. I always wrap up with telling you we stand ready to answer any question that you might have, and you send them our way, and we'll get it taken care of. I will tell you on the retail side of Jasper, we know that Dunham's will open probably in a couple of weeks from what we hear. We have several other retail entities that look very promising, and this year, fiscal year 2021, wrapped up September 30. We'll be talking about that soon. Just a terrific year for the city. So lots of good things in Jasper, and we look forward to moving on into fiscal 2022 and doing the things that we do every day, and our folks do those things well, and I commend them for it. So glad to have you with us, and we'll look forward to being with you next week.